스바냐 1. The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah, son of Cushi, the son of Galad, the son of Amira, the son of Hekasi, during the reign of Joas, son of Ammon, king of Judah. I will sweep away everything from the base of the earth, declares the Lord. I will sweep away both men and animals. I will sweep away the birds of the air and the fish of the sea. The wicked will have only heaps of rubble. When I cut up my men from the base of the earth, declares the Lord, I will stretch out my hand against Judah and against all who live in Jerusalem. I will cut up from his place every remnant of Baal, and make of the pagan and idols to priests, those who bow down on the roof and worship the starry host, those who bow down and swear by the word, and who also swear by Marcus, those who turn back from following the Lord, and neither seek the Lord nor inquire of them. Be silent before the sovereign Lord, and the day of the Lord is near. The Lord has prepared a sacrifice. He has considered those who he has invited. On the day of the Lord's sacrifice, I will punish the princes on the king's son and all those clad in virgin clothes. On that day I will punish all who avoid stepping on the threshold, who wear the temple of their God with violence and deceit. On that day, declares the Lord, a cry will go up from the fish gate, wailing from the new quarter, and a loud crash from the hills. Well, you will live in the market district. All your merchants will be wiped out. All who trade with silver will be ruined. At that time I will search Jerusalem with lamps, and punish those who are complaint and are like wine and lap on his dregs, who think the Lord will do nothing, either good or bad. Their wealth will be plundered, their houses demolished. They have built houses, but not live in them. They will plant vineyards, but not drink the wine. The great day of the Lord is near and coming quickly. Listen, the cry on the day of the Lord will be bitter. The shouting of the warriors there, the day will be a day of wrath, a day of distress and anguish, a day of trouble and ruin, a day of darkness and gloom, a day of clouds and blackness, a day of trumpet and battle cry against the fortified cities and against the corner towers. I will bring a distress on the people, and they will walk like blind men. Because they have sinned against the Lord, their blood will be poured out like dust, and their entire like plate. Neither their silver nor their gold will be able to save them on the day of the Lord's wrath. In the fire of his jealousy, the whole world will be consumed, for he will make a sudden end of all who live in the earth. 2. Gather together, O shameful nation, before the appointed time arrives, and the day sweeps on like cloud, because the fierce anger of the Lord comes upon you, before the day of the Lord's wrath comes upon you. Seek the Lord, all you humble of the land, you who heard what he commanded. Seek righteousness, seek humility. Perhaps you will be shattered. On the day of the Lord's anger, Gaza will be abandoned and Ascalon left in ruins. The mighty Ashdod will be impeded and Ekron uprooted. Woe to you who lived by the sea, or carried people, or the word of the Lord is against you, O Canaan, land of the Philistines. I will destroy you, and none will be left. The land by the sea, where the camels dwell, will be a place of shepherd and sheep pens. It will belong to the remnant of the house of Judah. There they will find pasture. In the evening they will lie down in the house of Asken. The Lord their God will care for them. He will restore their fortunes. I have heard the insult of Moab and the tartness of Amotis, who insulted my people and made jest against their land. Therefore, as surely as I live, declares the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, surely Moab will become like Sodom, the Amotis like Gomorrah, a place of wheat and a pit, and a washland forever. The remnant of the people will plunder them. The survivor of my nation will inherit their land. This is what they will get in return to their pride, for insulting and mocking the people of the Lord Almighty. The Lord will be awesome to them when he destroys all the gods of the land. The nation on every shore will worship him, everyone in his own land. You too, Costes, will be slain by my sword. He will stretch out his hand against the north and destroy Astra, leaving Nubia utterly desolated and dry as the desert. Flocks and herds will lie down there, creatures of every kind, and desert owls and screech owls will roost on her columns. Their calls will echo through the windows. Rubble will be in the doorway. The beams of the cedar will be exposed. This is the carefree city that lives in safety, she said to herself. I am, and there is none beside me. What a ruin she has become, a lair for wild beasts. All who pass by her scoff and shake their fist. 3. Woe to the city of her oppressor, rebellious and defied. She obeys no one, she accepts no correction, she does not trust in the Lord, she does not draw near to her God. Her officers are roaring lions, her rulers are evening wolves, who leave nothing for the morning. Her prophets are ignorant, they are treacherous men, and priests proclaim the sanctuary and do violence to the Lord. The Lord within her is righteous, he does not wrong. Morning by morning he dispenses justice, and every new day he does not fail. Yet the uprightness know no shame. I have caught up nations, their strongholds are demolished. I have left their streets deserted, with no one passing through. Their cities are destroyed, and no one will be left, no one at all. I said to the city, surely you will fear me and accept correction. Then her dwelling would not be cut up, nor all my punishment come upon her. But they were still eager to act correctly in all they did. Therefore, wait for me, declares the Lord. For the day I will stand up to testify, I have decided to assemble the nations, gather the kingdom, and to pour out my wrath on them, all my fierce anger. The whole world will be consumed by the fire of my jealous anger. Then will I purify the lips of the people, that all of them may call on the name of the Lord, and serve him shoulder to shoulder. From beyond the rivers of Cush, my worshipper, my scattered people will bring me offerings. So on that day you will not be put to shame for all the wrongs you have done to me, because I will remove from the city those who rejoice in their pride. Never again will you haughty on my holy hills. But I will live within you, the meek and humble who trust in the name of the Lord. The remnant of Israel will do no wrong. They will speak no lies, nor will deceit be bound in their mouths. They will eat and lie down, and no one will make them afraid. Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout aloud, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all your heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord has taken away your punishment, he has turned back your enemy. The Lord, the King of Israel, is with you. Never again will you fear any harm. On that day they will say to Jerusalem, do not fear, O Zion. Do not let your hand from hang limp. The Lord your God is with you. He is mighty to save. He will take great delight in you. He will quit you with his love, and he will rejoice over you with singing. The sorrow of the appointed beasts I will remove from you. They are a burden and a reproach to you. At that time I will dwell with all who oppress you. I will rescue the lame and gather those who have been scattered. I will give them praise and honor in every land where they were put to shame. On that time I will gather you. At that time I will bring you home. I will give you honor and praise among all the people of the earth when I restore your fortunes before your very eyes.